Here's another one of these tough videos to watch. I don't know why I pulled this up, but it looks like some white supremacists charged with inciting race war, so-called assassinations, and here we go.
Plot to incite a race war, arresting suspects allegedly part of a white supremacist group plotting attacks. ABC's Christian Cordero reports.
This morning, a federal indictment against the alleged leaders of a white supremacist group seeking to ignite a race war.
They're giving out bomb-making instructions. They're putting together hit lists.
34-year-old Dallas Humber and 37-year-old Matthew Allison face more than a dozen federal charges related to a chat group on the social media.
I wonder why they don't show their face, right? A lot of times they'll show their faces with people, but for some reason they're not showing. When a crime's this horrific, I just wonder why they didn't show their face there.
Media platform Telegram, which has been criticized for its relaxed approach to content moderation. The group, which refers to itself as Terrorgram, allegedly directed its members to commit hate crimes against Black and Jewish people, immigrants, and members of the LGBTQ+ community. The indictment.
So this a terrorist operations. People have been saying that for a long time. When you have hate, when you just have hate against somebody just because you hate them, somebody just because they're different from you, it's a terrorist operation. And then it makes you wonder, like, what's the bottom line? Like, what's the end game? What are you trying to establish? What are they trying to do? Are they just trying to create terror? I don't think we're afraid of them. I don't see too many people afraid of them. I think we're disgusted that somebody would hate so much that they would go after groups. I think we're confused that somebody's so lost that they think this way, they organize this way, they act this way. A part of me wonders how the FBI even catches these types of people with these types of crimes. They obviously didn't get away with it. I mean, for a little bit they did, but they didn't get away with it. I think there'll probably be more crackdowns in the future.
Also claims the group plotted to kill high-value targets, including a U.S. senator, and incited followers to carry out terror acts around the world.
The chilling part is that some of these attacks, according to the Justice Department, have already been carried out, including a man in Slovenia who killed 2 people before taking his own life, a man in Turkey who stabbed 5 people, and a New Jersey teen who the FBI says plotted to attack the power grid.
The indictment claims Humber posted pictures of the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting in Florida as an example of what members could carry out.
The threat of domestic terrorism is on the rise inside the United States, and acts of violence carried out by white supremacists is the single most lethal type of domestic violent extremism that we see in the country right now.
And that disturbs me when he says that, on the rise. And it's on the rise because we let it be on the rise. It's on the rise is because we overlook it. Like, people have been saying for years that this is on the rise, that things are happening. And so why are we surprised by it? We shouldn't be surprised by it. But it's on the rise because we allow it to be. It's on the rise because it's in our politics. That's why it's on the rise. Even though it's going to change. It's going to get cracked down. It's not going to be tolerated. I find these folks, I don't know much about them, of course, but delusional is the word. I find that they're delusional, what type of world they think we live in, what's going to be tolerated. They delusion themselves of thinking they have some sort of power that they don't have. Thinking they have some sort of influence that they don't have, whether it's fear or that people are going to follow them. It's just delusional. I could think of a crime that happened a couple of years ago. I can't remember the person's name, but these folks were delusional when they saw this black man running down the street, and they thought they could apprehend him, hold him, point guns at him, and then it just escalated until they killed this guy. This guy wasn't doing anything to him. They killed this guy. And they were delusional, thinking that they could get away with it. They were delusional, patting themselves on the back afterwards. They were delusional, thinking that when they were sitting in court, they can explain it away, and they look like idiots trying to explain, what they did. It didn't make sense. Like in their head, it might have made sense to them at the time because they're delusional. But when you say it out loud to people, to reasonable people, it doesn't make sense. And that's how I feel about these folks. What they do, just it doesn't make sense.
The two suspects are in custody.
Not much more I can say on that one.